Your righteousness is everlasting and your law is true. Psalm 119 verses 142. Hello, beautiful family. A very warm welcome back to the Lovystouch food channel. Thank you so much for coming. Brukina is on the menu and it's one of the most amazing yogurt and millet drink popular in the streets of Ghana. This is very nutritious and very refreshing, and looking at some cool components here, you can easily make this overnight and turn it into your breakfast. Remember, we're still on the breakfast series. Stay tuned and let's make this delicious, refreshing Brukina together. So the main ingredient for this is your millet. I'm using raw millet purchased from Ghana in the market. So it has lots of unwanted materials in here. So you just want to go in and pan pick them and make sure that they are very clean. So you can go through it one by one as I'm doing here, or you can add some good amounts of water, cold water, and let the good ones settle down and the bad ones right on top as you see on your screens. So with my strainer, I'm going to collect all the bad ones that has settled on top as you see on your screens. If you're enjoying this recipe already, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. It's very, very important. All right, and share with your friends and family as well. So once I collect each and every one that is not good, I am going to go ahead and strain off the excess water and then add new water, making the bad remaining one settle on top again. I'll do this for about 3 times until I will use the other method of collecting the hard settled bad nuts in here, especially the sand, the stones, and the likes. All right, so do it continuously for about 3 times and you're sure to eliminate most part of the unwanted particles. So now that we are able to eliminate the light unwanted items here, we are trying to eliminate the dense one, the ones that are heavy like the stones and the sand. So this is the way I like to do it. I like to use my calabash. It is very easy. By shaking it around like this, you are letting the unwanted ones settle right at the bottom, and you take the good ones out as you see me do here. I know this process might be very tedious, but it is very good because you do not want all the sand and stones to end up in your beautiful and very delicious, refreshing Brukina, do you? But if you do not have all these time, please just go ahead and buy yourself some millet flour instead. It is okay to do that too, but I just love to make things from scratch, especially when it comes to drinks like this. So now see all the sand that I was able to just take from this. It was a lot of dirt. So now that I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and strain the excess water off my millets, and yes, you'll find still some dirt here and there, but just be mindful and just pick them one after the other. So right now I'm going to dry the wet millet. We want to turn this into a millet flour, and we cannot do it while it is very wet like this. So I'm going to go ahead and dry it as you see me do with my towel paper or kitchen paper. Just try and dry out the millet as much as you can. The good thing about the millet here is it does not take too long for it to dry. So just go with some kitchen towel paper. Get rid of the excess water just to make the drying process go a little bit faster. This took me just about an hour and a half for it to get dry. If you have time on your side, please do it overnight. It is so amazing once you've done it this way. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it on this tray, allow it to just dry up. You can dry this in the sun, which will take you less than that time that I used. I just left it on room temperature, and it took me just about an hour and a half. All right, millet really doesn't take that time for you to dry it up. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and boil some water because we will be needing some hot boiling water very soon. Okay, I'll explain later. So now, as I told you, my millet is very nice and dried. I'm very happy. We're going to turn this into a millet flour using my coffee grinder, and you can see some reddish stuff in there. that is okay, because that is the red type of millet, which is perfectly fine using it. So I'm going to transfer these in my coffee grinder and just grind it until they're nice and fluffy and turn into the perfect flour that I want. Honestly, you can definitely use your millet flour, because it will take all these kind of long process thingy away from you. Okay, but for me, I just want to make my own millet flour. You get me? Because the ones in the street, sometimes you don't know what they've mixed it with. Okay, so yes, this is real and organic, and I'm happy to see that. Here I'm trying to strain it for the second time for you to see that you can get these two types of texture and still use it in your Brukina recipe. It does not need to be very smooth in our plain later. This is the kind of sandy one. It's not very smooth, and we also have the most amazing fluffiest flour ever. That's what I got. It is so nice. This is what lots of the time used and preferred in your Brukina, but I also love the sandy one, so we're going to use the both of them. Okay, so to that I'm going to add some salt and nutmeg to taste. I'm using the flour right now. I'm going to blend everything together, mix it very well so that each and every ingredient here is pressed together well. So we're going to also sprinkle a little bit of water on my flour, and I'm going to turn it into like a couscous form. I do not want it to be in a paste form, so you just want to be sure not to add the water all at once. And for you to get this consistency, it is very important to use some form of calabash or a bowl to just use this method, because you're going to get it much more defined and very round shape, because I want mine a little bit chunky. We are creating some millet balls, like small millet balls. That's what I call it. Okay, so continue to do this. It's very fun. My kids absolutely love this, and I give it to them anytime that I'm making this, because they absolutely love shaking this calabash until they get their nicely round shaped balls. So it's really nice. You want to get the consistency of couscous, and for the sandy one, I like to use a little bit of water in there and blend it into a very nice paste. And still, as I said, you can still use it. And surprisingly, I love this better, because the process in making this is so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to strain the excess water off and then get my beautiful balls of millet. Okay, it is easy using this method for real. So with the excess water, do not throw the water away. Add a little bit of sweetener and some spices just to get your zonkom drink. I have a recipe on that. It is a quick millet drink that is very healthy. If you've not watched it, I'm going to link it here. Okay, so here I have my amazing balls of millet, and I'm going to steam that. It is very important to steam it just so that it cooks thoroughly before you add it to the yogurt. So this is how far we've been working with the millet. I know it's been a very long process, but the end is so enjoyable. The good thing is this can also be enjoyed overnight. So if you want to have this for breakfast, it's best you make it overnight. I steamed this for about 20 minutes, and here we are. Our millet is nice and very brown, telling us that our millet is nice and ready to be enjoyed. Here we are. Do not worry if it comes a little bit mushy, because you're going to also let it rest. You want it to be rest and very nice and chilled before you add it to your yogurt. Okay, so allow it to rest, and then you can break it into the sizes that you prefer. As I already said, I love mine to be nice and crunchy in there. So here is the almighty mixture. Here I'm going to make some Turkish yogurt or natural yogurt. That is what is mainly used in our Brukina recipe. You can go ahead and sweeten it to your preference. Here I'm going to add some whipping cream, and I'm going to also add some evaporated milk and some milk powder for taste. I'm just going to mix everything together. I want my Brukina to be very nice and thick. I prefer mine very nice and thick. Even in the street, if I see that the yogurt is not thick, I'm gone. It is more delicious that way. Here you can also taste, and if you think you need a little bit more of sweetener, go ahead, add some sugar. Here I added just a little bit of honey and mix it very well. It is so creamy, and it's more delicious once it's creamy. Look, my mouth is even watering. It was so good. If you want it a little bit lighter, go ahead and add some whole milk to it. Definitely depend on what you prefer. Okay, so my millet is now ready for it to be added here. So I'm going to set some of the yogurt mixture on the side and add the quantity of millet that I feel like I needed here. I love it in here as chunky as ever, because once you're eating it, you just bite into those chunky balls of millet, and it's so good. This Brukina was so good. It's always great to make things at home, just so that you make it the way that you prefer. And boy, oh boy, I love those chunks in there. It was so good and very creamy. So now we're done with the Brukina recipe. It is so easy, family. If you have your millet flour, I bet it goes so fast. And this is how I serve myself when I want to have this as my breakfast. It is just so refreshing. It just makes you at peace early in the morning, especially if you have some hot mornings going on in the summer days. This is perfect. This reminds me so much of tapioca, and even if you're a big fan of the overnight oats, I promise you, once you discover this, you're going to go with this every single time. I know this is a snack in the afternoon, but it fits so well having this as breakfast. And if you want to have this as a proper snack, as a drink, go in with some whole milk, make it a little bit lighter, and put it in your bottle, and you can keep this in your fridge for up to a week, and you're going to have such a refreshing moment every time. This is going to quench that thirst of yours in a very lovely way. I hope that you try Brukina, family. It is so good. It is one of my absolute favorite refreshing drinks. Once I discovered this, I keep making it over and over again. I hope that this helped, and I hope that you're going to give this a try. It is always great to serve this nice and chilled, so it's very great and fridge friendly. You can keep this for a week and you're good to go. And of course, you can top this up with your favorite nuts. I like some tiger nuts and peanuts in here. So good, family. You do not understand. It slaps. It is so delicious. So there you have it, family. Thank you so much for watching right to the end. I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe and you're going to give it a try. And if you did, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family. And if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovystouch. My main goal here is to gear you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related motivational videos, so please come on board and subscribe to join the family for amazing new recipes every week. Thank you so very much, family, for watching once again, and as always, know that you're so beautiful just the way you are. I will see you in my next one. Have a blessed day.